70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city. From Daniel chapter 9, which was the subject for today. But I did read the article once again this morning before coming down here. And the article is really exceptional. He won't tell you that, but I will. But the article is exceptional, very helpful. I'm going to give you just 2 minutes of the Cliff's Notes version, but I want to encourage you to read it because it is truly the backbone of Bible prophecy. Daniel chapter 9 is the backbone of Bible prophecy. If you understand this chapter, and admittedly it's not simple, but it is understandable. If you understand Daniel chapter 9, the rest of Bible prophecy is going to fall into place for you in an amazing way. So in just 2 minutes, I'm going to do it in injustice, but I'm going to give it my best shot just to kind of whet your appetite for it. Daniel is in Babylon. I won't rehearse all the things that had taken place. You know many of the stories that Daniel encountered while he was in Babylon. As the children of Israel, the Jewish people were in captivity in Babylon. In the 9th chapter of Daniel, we are told that Daniel is reading a text of Jeremiah, which is amazing when you think about it. He's reading the text of Jeremiah and a prophecy that Jeremiah had given that the Jewish people would be in captivity in Babylon for 70 years. And here Daniel is in that year. He knows the prophecy, and you can believe that he read it over and over again, studied the prophecy, because he is in captivity along with his people in Babylon. They're in the 70th year. And Daniel humbly, remember, he was truly beloved of God. He remembers that prophecy, and he gets on his knees and he prays one of the most beautiful prayers that you'll ever read in the scriptures. He identifies himself with his nation and their sin and their rebellion, even though he was a man that we're told was beloved by God. But he identifies himself with his people and why they're being punished, why they're in captivity in Babylon. He identifies with the nation and he asks for forgiveness, and he asks the Lord to remember essentially what was promised to his people. Now, what is told to Daniel by Gabriel in answer to his question, Daniel's question is, what's going to happen to my people? We're here in captivity for 70 years. I know that Jeremiah has given us the prophecy from God that we're going to be sent back, or we're going to be released back. Lord, we're such a sinful people. We're so rebellious. He identifies with the nation. And he says, Lord, how long until you restore us back to Jerusalem? And the answer comes, and Gabriel comes to Daniel, and he says 77s, and I'm paraphrasing here just to keep it short and to help you understand. 77s of years are determined upon thy people, Daniel, to accomplish several different things. And I won't get into those things, but essentially the accomplishment of those things that Gabriel is telling Daniel is to bring history to a proper consummation under God. That's what is going to be accomplished. So Daniel says, what's going to happen to my people? And Gabriel gives Daniel the answer. 77s of weeks or years are determined upon thy people, Daniel. And then there's a timeline that is given. I'm just going to go through it very quickly because it can get a little confusing. There's information in here that you can read. Essentially, there was a starting point for that time frame. 77s of years. How many years is that? 490. The start of that timeline is when the command was given by Artaxerxes of Persia to Nehemiah to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. That took place, the starting point was at 445 BC. 445 BC. Now there are 69 weeks that take place. There are different things that take place within that first 69 weeks of years. You have the ending point of that first 69 weeks out of the 70. Remember, there's 77s, 490 years. Now you have 69 of those 70 weeks that take place. What is the ending point for the 69th week? 483, and what are we told? The Messiah will be cut off. the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. So from the starting point of those years, in 445 BC, when the command was given to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, you have 483 years. So to get to the 490, right, the 77 weeks, you have one more week left over. That week was not consecutive with the other 69. So you have the Messiah is cut off. That's the end of the first 69 weeks. Now you have one more week of years, 7 years, still to come in the future. There was a time span in between that the Old Testament writers didn't know about. It was the mystery of the church. The mystery of the church. We are living in that time period today. And we are awaiting that final 7-year period of human history, commonly known as the Tribulation period. I would say that that's not a true representation in terms of the name, but there will be a final 7-year period of human history when God will bring to proper consummation all of human history and accomplish the things that he told Daniel that he would accomplish. So this is the backbone. We are in the church age. We are during that time of mystery between the 69th and the 70th week of years. And it all goes back to Daniel saying, Lord, we've been in captivity. You promised through the writings of Jeremiah, I can see it, that we're going to be sent back. We're going to go back to Jerusalem. You promised in the 70th year. But I want to know beyond this, what's going to happen to my people here that we're in Babylon? Are you going to fulfill your promise? Of course, Daniel knows that God will. And through Gabriel, Daniel is given far beyond, all the way to the end of time, when Jesus Christ ultimately will rule and reign from Jerusalem. So this is the backbone, this is the chronological timeline, and it's in this article, and I hope that it will be a blessing to you and you'll take time to read it.
Amen.
Okay?